All right, guys, how's everyone doing today? This is Chad's Cards. I've got a stack of mail to go through today. So we are awaiting a hobby box of Stadium Club. Supposed to be delivered today, but it looks like that's not going to happen. So we'll just catch up on some of the mail instead. So I've got enough of it here. So see what we have here. I've pre-opened these, so I don't remember which is which, but just to make sure everything is in order and all that good stuff. So the first one that we have here, all right, we've got a Cavan Biggio short print. So my lighting is maybe not the best in here right now. So out there maybe, yeah, whatever. So anyways, Cavan Biggio short print. So I kind of like the legacy players. I think that Toronto will be a very exciting team over the next couple of years. But he is hitting, 250, 6 home runs, something like that. So who knows how that pans out? There's enough guys on his team that can maybe give him a lift and drag things along. But in the meantime, if it doesn't work, it's a pretty inexpensive card, and if it does work, then then a good call was made. So that's how it goes sometimes. We can't always buy the Sotos, Acuñas, all that kind of stuff. You got to take a few shots on some different things of some cheaper guys. So got a pitcher pack here. So Dylan Cease, this is the refractor version from 2020 Chrome, and Zach Gallen, this is the pink. This lighting is really bad. I apologize. This is the pink. I should have one of those headlamp things. Pink refractor. Zach Gallen off to a historic start here. Didn't give up more than 3 runs in his first 22 starts or something like that. ERA of just over 1. I mean, just looks awesome. So I've had him on my Dynasty fantasy team for a few years, and really happy to pick up his stuff now. And I know pitchers don't really increase in value, but I like to collect the players that are my fantasy team, guys that I like, if have been on for a while. So I'm happy to have that version. I've kind of expanded into making sure I get the pinks of players that I like. And Dylan Cease is just filthy. So as long as he can stay healthy, that White Sox lineup should prove to be favorable for pitchers, and honestly, the Central Division should also prove to be favorable for pitchers in the going forward. Although it looks like KC and Detroit are kind of picking it up here a little bit. So in a few years, maybe they get back on the track here. So all right, we'll get right to this one, I guess. So one of my favorite players this year, also on the Blue Jays, is Bo Bichette. And one of the variations that I like of guys, I don't know if you can see it well out here, kind of the 3D lenticular cards. I dig those. So I picked up a couple of them last year. I don't do a ton of them. I don't do them for every player by any stretch, but I'm going to go a little bit harder after players that I like, and Mr. Bo Bichette is one of them. So he should be back, thinking maybe in the next week or two. He's at about 360 on the way out, and that's a legacy player that I think will do very, very well over the long term. And so I'll pay up a bit for his stuff, because I don't know that you're going to get this great opportunity, barring injury or anything like that, this great opportunity to get his stuff on the cheap down the road. Unlike this guy right here, Carter Kieboom. So this is the update refractor, and those are numbered in the update series. Those are numbered to 250. So I liked him a lot coming up in the Washington system. He's one of their top prospects. But he didn't do too well in his first attempt last year, and up this year, they gave him the job, and it didn't go the greatest. So now they've gotten him up, and they've said, this is your job, run with it. And the pedigree is not the pedigree. What am I looking for? The track record's been there. I mean, he's done well in the minors and all that kind of good stuff. So we'll see what happens. So right now, his stuff's a little bit cheaper than it was in the update series, but if you believe in a guy and you think your analysis is correct, I mean, as it gets cheaper is not the time to kind of shy away. So, all right. Sometimes you do have to buy an established star just to kind of make sure. So this is a Arenado update, and this is the Chrome version. So Chrome back in the day wasn't like it is today, where you just go buy blasters and packs. If you can buy blasters and packs today, anybody found any Chrome? I think I found some on the first day, and nothing since, except for the stuff I ordered online. But his so the Chromes back then, I think there were special inserts in like the holiday packs or something. If I recall the how that was explained to me in like 2013, 14. Maybe even up through 16. If you wanted the Chrome cards, I think you got to get them in the holiday mega boxes. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure on that. They're considerably more difficult to come by than they are these days. So I think I probably won't go too much more into Arenado territory there, but getting a base and a little fancier version is fine by me. So more Zach Gallen. So pulled a couple of his base cards, but wanted some of the extra shiny. So we've got the refractor. I think that's just the regular base, the prism refractor. So I think I need to come up with an X-fractor. Maybe I already have that. I'll have to double check. And an autograph. So I guess I really like Zach Gallen here. Yeah, I don't buy like multiples of all these guys or anything like that, but I will try and get a variation of their cards, and for pitchers and stuff. I mean, they're pretty cheap, so I don't really feel too bad about that. As soon as if I ever start spending thousands of dollars on a card, which unlikely, but then I think I'll be more particular on kind of who I'm getting and all that kind of stuff. But at this level here, just buying the pitchers in the current year. Yeah, have some fun with it. That's what this hobby is all about. Have some fun. Get the players that you like, get a couple different versions, and just enjoy them. So back in the day, we got one version, and so it's a little more difficult just to stare at the same card over and over. You get a little variation here. So nice seller here. Threw in some bonus chromes, but this is the one that I ordered. So it's another Cavan Biggio. It is the pink refractor, not the rookie debut. Very similar. So the bat's going down in his regular, and the rookie debut it's more horizontal, and I think his leg is a little bit more bent in the debut. So again, for what I'm sinking into Cavan Biggio, if he makes it, well, I'm not going to benefit a ton. If he loses, I'm not going to lose a ton. So I'm just playing it kind of safe. But I just really want to. I just think there's something there to that one. Who knows? Who knows? So. If he's a 250 guy with 25, 30 home runs, maybe he can be in that Craig Biggio range. And if he does that for 25 years, then that card will really work out. So anyways, Eloy Jimenez, this was probably my favorite player last year of the big four rookies. I got it close. Obviously Tatis is the big dog, but I mean, if you look at what Eloy is doing right now, I mean, here's a guy that is on pace for like a 280, 285 average with 40 home runs over the course of a season. So, the defense isn't quite there, but do we care about defense really in the card game or whatever? I mean, otherwise, I suppose Kevin Pillar and Kevin Kiermaier would be Mike Trout level or something like that. So we want offense, guys. We want the big guns. So Eloy got a lot of his stuff last year. Not a lot. I mean, a lot of his chrome, all the prism and the X-fractor and the golds and all that kind of stuff. I didn't buy like multiples or anything, but I pulled enough of his things there. But I was missing the stupid regular refractor, and I love the black border there. You can't even really see that it's a refractor. And for some reason, I never got that one. So there, now I have Eloy's regular refractor, and I can just close the books on that one. So I guess the one bigger card that I got this time. So speaking of not getting my call right last year with Tatis, I'm like, gosh, injuries and the defense. He makes the big plays with the simple ones. I don't know. It's just like, wow, I couldn't have been more wrong. I mean, I'm lucky. I've got a nice stash of it and everything like that. But I sure passed on a lot that I should have gotten. So this is the base complete set chrome, and I think that's just kind of a cool picture. I know a lot of people think that his horizontal card is lacking, and so they prefer almost any other thing. I mean, his rookie debut card's kind of going nuts. People are just like anything other than that number 410 is what they're kind of looking for here. So, I don't know about that, but it's like, all right. I think one night I had a few too many pseudo Sues and said, forget it. I'm getting another Tatis to go with to kind of mix up what I have. All the really fancy ones are out of my range here. So the complete set version, it's like, all right, that adds a little spice here. So more Eli. I kind of dig these cards. The 3-dimensional, kind of gimmicky, but they sure look nice here. So I think for players I like, I will probably do that. I won't do them for all by any stretch here, but I picked up a couple last year. Fortunately, like Kyle Tucker, who's really exploding, got his, and I just, said, oh, geez, I kind of like that. And I didn't really think about it again until this year when they started coming out, and it's just like, oh, yeah. So went back and picked that one up. I don't think I'll do it for the rest of the guys last year, but, again, it's kind of a neat card for players that you're fond of, I suppose. So, all right, a few more base cards to get to the one that I actually ordered. Speaking of Kyle Tucker. This is the most expensive Kyle Tucker card in terms of prices paid that I own right now. So this is the pink. What was it, $18 or something? Last year I was a pretty big fan, and all of his stuff was just dirt cheap. I mean, I was buying blues and purples, and the X-Fractor and the gold, the negative. I mean, I wasn't paying any the short prints. I mean, I wasn't paying any more than $10 or $12 for any of his stuff. And then all of a sudden, this year, I mean, he's really starting to kind of fulfill that promise. He's getting a chance, and just looks terrific. I mean, a guy that hits like 30-30, hitting high 200s, and that's kind of a special deal there. So I am fully in on Kyle Tucker, and his prices are still somewhat reasonable. But like I said, at this point, I kind of have what I want, but I was missing the pink. It's like, all right, fine, I'll go get the stupid pink one. So we'll wrap it up with this. So Lou Bob, these are the Silver Pack Mojo Refractor. And the reason Tommy's not doing this is one of these will be his later in the year for birthday or Christmas or whatever. So we'll put that. I've got a nice little, should show that off maybe. I got a little stash. We'll show it off when he opens it maybe. Got a little stash of some fun cards for him that I like to give him every year with a complete set and all that kind of good stuff. So one of those will be for him because we collect together. So there it is. Yeah, so hey, appreciate everybody checking out the videos. There's some nice comments being left, and I don't know enough about hosting stuff on YouTube. It's like I try and check the comments, and YouTube won't let me look at them. So once in a while I get lucky and I'm able to like pull them up, but like for the most part, if I try and just like read them, it's like it doesn't happen. It doesn't work out that way for me. So I'm trying, and I'll try to respond and all that kind of good stuff. But I'm just I'm a noob. No editing skills. Can't even check comments. I think I'm just learning about thumbnails. So yeah, it's an exciting time here. How about that? But yeah, so in the next couple of days, hopefully we get that Stadium Club box, and we'll open that one up. And these just came in the mail today. I love the old style cards, and I'm kind of a sucker for the Lou Bob ones. They had the '87 version one, and then they came out with this. They have 6 cards. What the heck? Since we're here, I haven't looked at it yet. Just got in the mail today. So there's 6 in there, kind of the old school grainy. So Eloy, Tatis, jeez. They just really kind of put all the lousy players in one thing here, didn't they? And who would have thought Charlie Blackmon would have been in this group last year, right? And the Throwback Thursday checklist. So they're neat cards. Whatever. Have fun with them and all that kind of stuff. So appreciate it. And everybody have a great weekend. Take care.